Now, with the high prices of Ethereum, this DeFi 101 course would not be complete if we didn't also show you some layer 2 stuff. So we are going to do a tutorial on the Polygon bridge, and then we'll do a tutorial on the Binance bridge. So first, we're going to cover Polygon. We're going to take some ETH, move it over from Ethereum to Polygon, and then we're going to move it back over to Ethereum. And the next tutorial, we're going to do the same thing, but with Binance Smart Chain. So let's jump into it. First, we're going to go to Polygon's main website, which is polygon.technology. And then we can go to use Polygon here at the top, straight to the Polygon bridge. Now we're going to be doing this on mainnet. So we're not using the testnet anymore. So I am on Ethereum mainnet and I have an actual wallet with real ETH in it. We're going to click on the Polygon bridge and connect with MetaMask. Now it pops up this little signature request. I don't think I actually mentioned the difference between a signature request and actual signing a transaction. So a signature request does not cost any gas. So you're just signing to show that you are the owner of that wallet. Now it's asking me to switch to Polygon, but we're not going to do that yet. First, we need to move some assets over. And it's important to understand with bridges that A, this is going to be a large transaction fee to move Ethereum over to Polygon. But then once we're over there, it'll be cheap. But B, bridges are also pretty unsecure relative to just storing your assets on a blockchain. When I move my Ethereum onto Polygon, I'm actually going to be locking my Ethereum into this Polygon bridge smart contract, and then it has Ethereum on Polygon that it will release that we can use. But if this contract was hacked, then all that Ethereum can be pulled out, and then, what is the use of all this Ethereum on Polygon, because there's no Ethereum backing it. So it's important to understand that bridges still need some work to be more secure. But anyway, let's continue. So we're going to be moving, let's do like 0.02 because we don't need to move that much. Let's transfer it. Moving funds from Ethereum to Polygon takes 7 to 8 minutes. That's pretty standard. Moving it back takes much longer. So let's continue. It is going to be an expensive transaction fee. So let's go to continue. Ethereum network to Polygon. It's important to understand here, and this may be kind of crazy to some people, that I'm sending $86 worth of ETH and my transaction fee is estimated to be, more than double that. The size of the transaction in bytes is what determines the fee cost, that in supply and demand with how much space there is in Ethereum block. So it doesn't matter how much you're transferring over. The transaction fee is going to be expensive either way. So I don't need to send more than that because I'm just going to send it back over this way. So it doesn't really matter how much I send. So we're going to be depositing that much. So MetaMask is giving me a slightly smaller transaction fee of 160. Let's see how much GUI it's recommended. So let's edit the suggested fee, and it's telling me to use 355, which is definitely higher than it should be. So let's go to ETH gas station. Now ETH gas station is doing this a little differently than they used to. So it used to show the actual GUI in each of these, but what it does now is it shows you the base fee. So this is kind of the baseline, how much people are charging for fees. And then if you want to get it in faster than average, you just add these numbers to that. So what we're going to do, open up, go back into edit this. Let's edit our suggested gas fee. Scroll down. We are not doing 355 QA. Let's do it fast though. So we're going to take 161 plus 12. So we're going to do it at 173 and save that. It's still a high fee, but we're going to be looking at, less than it was. So let's confirm that. And that is going through now. Now going back over into the Polygon wallet, we can see that the approval transaction is in progress. We're waiting for it to go through. If the gas prices have gone up, then I might need to speed it up. And if that's the case, then I will show you how to do that. It's actually really easy. You just open up MetaMask, click there, click speed up. So great. And we see that it has confirmed. And now we have the approval transactions gone through. Now we just have to wait for the transfer to actually happen. So this, as it says, it will take 7 to 8 minutes for that to happen. Once that has gone through, we will see the Ethereum show up in Polygon. So next thing we'll need to do is we will switch over to Polygon. So let's click switch to Polygon. And MetaMask is asking us if we want to add a network to this. It says it's not the right one, but we're also on Polygon's legitimate website. But I also happen to know that these are correct. The Block Explorer's Polygon. The main things to pay attention to actually are the chain ID and the network URL. And those are correct. So let's click approve. And then we're going to switch network to Polygon. Now, if we open up our wallet, we see that we are in Polygon here. And the nice thing is once this goes through, we should get a little bit of Matic that we can use for transactions. It's a nice thing about these cheaper networks is they often airdrop just a little bit so that you have some for the gas fees. And now it has completed. That is fantastic news. Now we can see that we have 0.02 ETH that has arrived. So let's exit out of this. We're going to go to our assets on Polygon, and we can see that we have 86.79. So this shows us that we have 86.75 in Ethereum, and then we have 4 cents in Polygon. So we can see that they dropped 4 cents of Matic. So that's 0.02 Matic, which is enough to do several transactions, which is awesome. But we can also, even if we didn't have any Matic, we could still come in here and swap for gas, which is really convenient because this is a gasless transaction. So if I were to go in here and type in ETH, I could transfer some of my ETH into Matic very easily without having Matic in there. So that is a really neat feature. And when you want to onboard new users, that's very important that they already have a little bit in their wallet so that they can do things with gas. Now that we have some funds on Matic, we can go and use QuickSwap, which we covered in our DEX deep dive. So let's go to quickswap.exchange. Connect our wallet. We're going to use MetaMask wallet. Connect. As we do. And we have a tiny bit of Matic and we have some ETH. Now, if we wanted to, this is the same as what we did on Uniswap. So I'm not going to actually do a swap here. Instead, I just want to show you that you can do this. And you can also access the bridge. If you go to QuickSwap Exchange and you go over and you went to the Matic POS bridge, that's where we actually did our bridge right here. So the next thing we want to do is there's 2 things I want to show you. What we could do is use the Polygon bridge to transfer. So if we were to go to withdraw, we're going to go from Polygon chain and we're going to switch over to the Ethereum chain. So if I wanted to move all my ETH, so 0.02 ETH back over to Ethereum, let's click transfer. Withdrawal of funds takes 45 minutes to 3 hours in proof of stake and around 7 days in Plasma. Plasma is more secure and it takes longer. This is way too long to wait. So we really need to have faster bridges, and ideally we need to have bridges that are pretty much instant. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use this to bridge over. So what we're going to use is we're going to use a different bridge that is going to be a lot faster than that to move this back over to Ethereum. So we're going to go to Bioconomy.io. Now, Bioconomy is a newer protocol, and it's important to keep that in mind, that the newer a protocol is, the more risky it is. Once a protocol has been around for a longer period of time, it is deemed safer because it's had a chance to be attacked and the bugs have been sorted out and all of that. But if you scroll down, we can see that Andre Crony has spoken highly of it. Scroll down even further, we can see that it's backed by Binance Ventures, it's backed by Coinbase Ventures, it's Wobby Ventures, from some of the big VCs around there. So that is a good sign. It doesn't mean everything, but it is a good sign that they're backed by some of the best out there. We can also see, if we click on this video, that they clearly have really good taste in making their videos, because that is from my ETH gas video. So that was actually pretty surprising when I first noticed that, but thought I'd share that. But what we're going to use is their Hyphen protocol. They do have 3 main different products that they offer, and Hyphen is the one that we're going to use because it's a really good cross-chain one. And if we go to learn more, and it takes us to their Hyphen page, and let's try the dApp. Now, Hyphen is interesting in how it works, because the way it works is it has some assets on the Ethereum chain, it has some assets on the Polygon chain, and when you say, I want to move some Ethereum from Polygon to Ethereum, I'll deposit my Ethereum onto their smart contract that's on Polygon, and then it releases Ethereum on the Ethereum chain into my wallet. So let's just show you. Let's go to ETH, and we're going to be sending all of my ETH, 0.02 ETH. There is a cool feature where you can change the receiver address. So rather than having it go into the same wallet on Ethereum, I could have it go into a different wallet on Ethereum and breaking the chain between the two of them. So that's a really cool privacy feature as well. Now, before we do it, let's look at the fees. So we have the liquidity provider fee, which is a 0.1% fee. And then we have the transaction fee on Ethereum. So that's going to be 0.01 ETH. However, that's like $45 rather than having $150 what we paid to get it over there. So that's actually not too bad. So I'm going to get a minimum of this. So definitely spending a lot on transaction fees for this. And then we're just going to wait for this to go through. So what this is going to do is it's going to move the Ethereum from my wallet onto the Hyphen smart contract that's on Polygon. So I'm going to move my ETH into that smart contract. Then basically that smart contract is going to be listening in for incoming deposits. When it does, it tells the smart contract on Ethereum to release an equal amount into the same wallet that I mentioned in this transaction, which in this case is the same wallet for both of them. Now that has gone through, so it has received my Ethereum on Polygon. Now it's going to be transferring the Ethereum into my Ethereum wallet. So we'll just wait for that as it's pending. Great, now we can see that it has gone through. So let's go ahead and check our wallet on Ethereum and see if we received 0.009 ETH. So let's open this up. We're on Polygon. Let's switch back over to Ethereum. We can go to our activity. And on Etherscan, we can see the transaction here. And we see that it actually cost a little bit more because of the gas price. So we paid 0.01297838 ETH. As I said, bridges are expensive, but when we transferred it from Ethereum to Polygon, the transaction fee was like $150. So having it be $56 for this is actually really awesome, and it was much faster. So I really liked using that. Actually, I'm pretty impressed with Hyphen. But all that said, bridges are risky, especially new ones. We really need them to be around for a long period of time before we know that they're safe. And the longer they've been around, the more we can trust them, because the longer time hackers have had to try and break them. So that wraps up everything for Polygon. In our next tutorial, we're going to be doing basically the same thing, but on Binance Smart Chain. We're going to move some assets over, then we're going to move back over to Ethereum. So we'll see you in that one. Your task for this one, if you want to use the bridge, feel free. Like I said, I'm doing it on mainnet, and these are very high gas costs. So it's up to you if you want to do this, but I wanted to have the tutorial out there in case you do want to use it. And once you do move it over, QuickSwap is cheap, Polygon's cheap. That's really nice to use. So that part's good. But yeah, bridges are expensive. Now let's do it with Binance.